Hello, hello, everyone. We are so happy to have you here. My name is Virginia Prodan. I am the host of Courageous Leadership with Virginia Prodan, which is every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 o'clock Central Time. You can watch it on Spotify, ADP Network, and of course on any other podcast channel and on YouTube channel. We are glad that you are here and you are sending us your questions, your concerns, and things that you want us to talk with you and help you on your way. So today we're going to talk about answering your questions and concern of ways to teach and influence others and to change this world. It's a great, great topic. And we are happy, absolutely happy to respond to your questions. First of all, we need to make sure that we all understand what does it mean to teach. You have maybe different understanding and different knowledge about what teaching is. You might think, oh, I'm not a teacher, I'm not teaching. Oh, my kids are old, I'm not teaching them anymore. But as you will see in our presentation, we all are teaching by our deeds, by our lives, and we also are students. We learn every single day from others, from circumstances, as Christians from God. So, with that in mind, let's discover and let's make sure that we all understand what teaching means. Teaching means many ways. One is to help another person to understand and to understand why something is worth understanding. To help another person responsibly use what they know now. To cause changes in you and in others. To model curiosity. To know what actually means to understand, to create a need in students, other people around you, even in yourself, to recognize and respect their intellectual desire. That is one way of understanding of teaching. Another one is to know the difference between teaching content and teaching thoughts, to help yourself and others be a long learner person, to really truly change the world by what you are learning and by what you are teaching, to operate under unclear term for success, to learn step by step, to explain, model, and connect, to change. First, to change yourself and to point to a point that the comfort zone does not matter to you anymore, because you are learning and you are teaching others what you learn. To practice humility, and most of all, to cause yourself and others to ask why to everything, in order to learn and in order to teach others. Another question is, who is your teacher? It's very important, because you can teach others positive or negative things. For us as Christians, our teacher is Jesus Christ. You know, in Psalm 32:8, Christ said, I will guide you along the best pathway for your life. I will advise you and watch over you. Psalm 32:8. In Isaiah 48:17, the Bible tells us, God in Christ, I am the Lord your God, who teaches you what is best for you, who directs you in the way you should go. So he is our teacher. But what is our responsibility after we are learning? Ephesians 2:10 reminds us that we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works which God prepared in advance for us to do. In other words, God has big plans for your life, for my life, and for your life. And He already put in us a combination of skills, strength, tenacity, talents. He put in a special place of influence to accomplish the plan that He has for us. Everything that we learn to teach others. So, what is that good work, and how has God prepared you to do it? Is working in your life. With that, let's think about different ways that we teach, we learn from Christ, who always uses stories to teach us, and how we teach others. The best way, again, is by telling stories with a great message. I found a story that really motivated me to share with you. It's a story of an old man who one day met a young man who said to him, "Do you remember me?" And the old man said, "No, I don't remember you." Then the young man tells the old man that he was at one point his student. And the old man, the former teacher, said, "What do you do now in life, young man?" The young man answered, "Well, I became a teacher." "Oh, how good, like me," the old man said. "Well, yes, in fact, I became a teacher," the young man said, "because you inspire me to be like you." The old man, really curious, asked the young man at what time he decided to become a teacher. And here is the story. The young man said, "One day, one of my classmates came into our classroom with a new watch, and I decided to want his watch. I stole it," the young man said. "I took it out of his desk and I put it in my pocket." Shortly after that, the students who had the new watch noticed and immediately complained to you as our teacher. The teacher addressed to the class the old man. He said, "This student is complaining that someone during class stole his watch. Please return it immediately." Well, the young man said, "I heard you very well, but I did not want to return it." Then you stood up, went to the door of our classroom, and as a teacher, you told us, "I want you to close your eyes. I will search everybody's pocket until I will find the watch." Yes, you told us to close our eyes and you search our pockets. And you found the stolen watch. You had the watch, but you did not tell after you found it and you told everyone, "Open your eyes." You did not tell anyone that I was the one guilty. The young man said to his former teacher, "That day you saved my dignity forever. It was the most shameful day of my life. But that day was also the day I decided not to become a thief, a bad person, but to become a person like you. You never said anything to anyone or to me. but you gave me a great lesson, a great moral lesson. I received your message clearly. Thank you. I understood that a real educator, teacher needs to do like you. Do you remember this story, teacher? The old man answered, yes, I remember the situation, but I don't remember you. He said, the former teacher said to his student, and the reason is because I also close my eyes while looking and searching each student pocket. And this is the essence of teaching. If to correct and to teach, you must humiliate someone, you do not know how to teach. The young man believed that he already learned the great lesson from his professor, from his teacher. But that day he learned an even bigger lesson. If you, in order to teach or correct, you must humiliate someone, you don't know how to teach. What a great lesson. I have another story. I heard it from one of my clients. He had 3 boys, and one of them was not as tall as the others, but they all play basketball. And he wanted so much to be just like his older brothers and to score and to do well in basketball. So he managed with someone to lower the standard of the 10-feet basketball hoop so low in order for him to jump up and force the basketball down to the net in order to score. And when he did that, he was so proud of himself. And he kept saying to his father that he needs to come and see that he is able to do like his brothers. The father went to see, and he had a great lesson for his son. He said, son, you have to keep the standards of life. It is a good reason why the standard is 10 feet basketball hoop. Do not lower the standard level of lives in order to please you, but grow up, work on developing yourself to reach those standards. The father's way of teaching was to speak the truth in love, to elevate his son, and to encourage him to achieve greater things by keeping the standards of life. If it's God's standards or community standards, if those are good, we have to respect them. Never to lower the standards, but to grow to those standards and be able to accomplish them. There is another way of teaching. You might not know that and might say, oh, I'm not a teacher anymore, continue to say that argument. Do you know that we teach daily by our actions and by our deeds? Good or bad, we do that all the time. In fact, in our victimhood culture, we hear many times, oh, I grew up in a broken family. My father or my mother did this and that, and they are telling stories about their parents, how bad or what they learned, bad things from their parents. We all remember stories from our own families, stories from siblings, good or bad, stories from our teachers or co-workers, stories that we read in books, fairy tales books, or different books, or we learned lessons from others. We teach and influence people, and we are influenced by the way others act and by their deeds. We are not separated. Remember that we as Christians, our teacher is Christ, and he will teach us the good way and the best way to go. And also remember Ephesians 2:10, that we are God's handiwork, created in Jesus Christ to do good work, which God prepared in advance for us to do. In other words, God is already created a beautiful, amazing plan for you to do those good works. So, what is that good work, and how has God prepared you for it? Are you doing those kind of works? Teach others from the good work that God has prepared you to do, and your teaching will change you, will change lives around you and the world. I am blessed to receive emails, letters, even comments from people. Some of you who know or read my memoir, Saving My Assassin, you can buy the book at virginiaprodanbooks.com/product/book. Many people will stop me after speaking or during my training with them, or email me, or send me letters telling me how much I changed their lives and I influenced their lives, and how important was for them to take the lessons from my memoir or from my speech and apply them in their lives. You are influencing others too. So send us few stories on how your parents or your teachers or even strangers taught you, and you apply those lessons in your life, how they change you, or how others were influenced or taught by your example, and how people responded to that. Remember, we are teaching people every single day, and there are many ways that we can do that, and we can influence and change others and change the world. Your life is precious. Your actions are very important to many of us. Until next time, when we have Courageous Leadership with Virginia Prodan, every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 o'clock, you can watch it, listen of Edify, Spotify, every other podcast, and you can watch it on a YouTube channel. Remember that your life is important, that you are teaching daily others by the way you live, by the way you act, and you also learn from others, and they will influence you, and you are influencing others. You are a leader in every situation or position you might be. You don't need to have labels on your door, CEO. If you are a stay-home mom, oh, what a wrong way. Stay-home mom, they don't stay a minute. They work every 24 hours a day, every minute of this. If you are a parent, if you are a teacher, if you are a CEO, if you are a parent, if you are a neighbor, if you are a caretaker, whatever position you might be, young mother, grandmother, not mother at all, you can influence and teach others in many ways. Until next time, again, send us a few stories of how your parents or others influence you, and how you influence others. Until next time, God bless you, and remember, teach others to influence them and to change the world. God bless you. Bye bye.